big time public speaking for me. I think how you introduce yourself, and particularly what you say, indicates both how you understand yourself and also how you want others to see you. With that in mind, imagine you're in section on the first day of class, freshman year. Everyone is a little bit scattered because the semester is just starting. I'm distracted, skimming the readings that are to be discussed, wondering how I'm already behind. I'm also assessing the crowd, wondering who my new friends could be. And lastly, I'm pretty unsure as to how I got to Seaver and where exactly Widener is. The teaching fellows says some administrative things that I have to listen to, but I tune in at the right time when we're told that we're going to go around the room and introduce ourselves. Name, year, where you live, and what you're involved in on campus. While I know the answers to all of these requests, for some reason my heart starts to pound. I'm anxiously awaiting until it's my turn to speak, and I'm completely stressed out. What do I want my classmates to know about me? I can tell them anything I want, but how should I identify myself at Harvard? It's my turn, everyone's looking at me, and I blurt out, "Hi, I'm Kristi. I'm a freshman living in Strauss, and I'm on the varsity women's swim and dive team." Thank God that's over. I'm extremely impressed with myself for participating, and it's the biggest hurdle of the day. Distance lane, get at me, because I'm ready for anything. In 4 years at Harvard, those introductions and sections have not gone away. Now, I think I'm a little more poised, a little less stressed out, a bit better at public speaking, but my face still turns that deep color red when it's my turn to talk. For 4 years, I have described myself as a student athlete, particularly as a varsity swimmer on HWSD. Why, when I have the choice of any extracurricular that I'm involved in, do I emphasize my participation on this team? Maybe this is from habit of being known as a swimmer in high school. Back then, I was routinely welcomed to first block with mumblings of "Why does it smell like chlorine?" Accusing eyes would always look my way when I sauntered in late after morning practice with my wet hair and a messy bun atop my head. Or maybe, instead of introducing myself as a swimmer due to habit, I actively choose to do so because I want to be known as a member of this team. After all, we are pretty impressive. We're Ivy and dual meet champions this year. However, even if my section mates know these stats from Go Crimson, they don't really understand what this team is. You're the family I've known at Harvard. You're the people I eat meals with. You're the ones I laugh at when I break my toes. And you're the people that I take home to meet my parents. Since freshman year, some of my most treasured memories have been with all of you. Travel meets in the candy van, snorkeling on training trip, 55 100s on Saturday, and countless other memories I couldn't attempt to enumerate here. For those reasons, I proudly identify myself not just as a swimmer, but as a member of HWSD. Steph. In 2008, I came to you a little bit burnt out on swimming. You approached me with flexibility and understanding, and I was able to fall back in love both with the competition and training. And you ultimately trusted me to go to Ivy's that year, which meant so much. Working with you for 4 years, and particularly this year, has made me appreciate how lucky we all are to have you as our role model. Thank you. Math. I remember when the team interviewed you a couple years back, and we asked how you would cope coaching a 30-person women's team. You said it wouldn't be a problem, that you had been surrounded by women your whole life, and that if you weren't outnumbered, you would feel very uncomfortable. I have to say that during your time here, you far exceeded our expectations of how caring, passionate, hysterical, and committed you could be. You've been such an integral component in the growth of this team, and I couldn't thank you enough for all that you've done. And Kyle, HWSD is lucky to have you back. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed ECACs this year, and it was in large part due to your inspiration and coaching. Thanks. To my teammates, and I'll start with the seniors. From the 12 of 12 Facebook thread freshman year to the ice cream surprise birthday parties we've thrown for one another for 4 years, I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to be surrounded by every day. Juniors. Spending 3 years on HWSD with you has been nothing short of amazing. The team is in your hands next year, and I can't think of a better group of people to maintain the tradition. Sophomores. HWSD is fortunate to have stumbled upon the Dream Team 14. I've grown so close to your class, and I can't wait to see what you all do next year. And freshmen. Both as your captain and as an old senior, I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know all of you. Despite the fact that I was looking for jobs while you were looking for Annenberg, I think we bridged the gap of senior citizenship and youth quite nicely. And to my parents, if I could fault you for anything, it would be for trying too much. Of all the things I could be wronged by, I consider myself pretty lucky that this is all I can complain about. Knowing me better than anyone else, you pushed me in high school when I was more stubborn and admittedly poor at communication, and you stepped back in college when I started to figure things out on my own. Without it all, I wouldn't be standing here today. And to my sisters, you two have been my biggest fans. I can't think of a meet you haven't been at. I only hope that your collegiate swimming career will be as rewarding as mine has been. You have so much to look forward to, and I'm really excited for you. With all that said, I'm sure I could talk for hours about what the sport and the people in this room mean to me. However, I'll leave it with this. Despite the fact that I won't be introducing myself in section next year, and it will no longer be appropriate to sport the messy swimmer bun, I will always identify myself as a swimmer.